entire populations of people to Donald Trump's unabated,
We're back.
dangerous, reckless, violence-inducing rhetoric. Why?
We're back.
You know, friends, once again, it's up to us. It's on us. It's always on us, isn't it?
Yep. We're back.
To go to the polls and vote. You know, that seems to be the only form of accountability we'll take for Donald Trump.
We're back.
We will vote him guilty on November 5th. We will vote him back into the Stone Age. And then maybe, just maybe, the institutions of government will take over from there.
So what we're saying is we are all in favor of voting Donald Trump once again out of office, all right, and making sure he doesn't come back and letting the law, the criminal justice system take hold of him. So now that we know that he should be locked up, let's turn into some of the headlines this morning.
But unfortunately, and you hear religious leaders talking about this, you hear local officials in Springfield talking about this. There is now the threat of violence, the fear of violence.
Bomb threats
against people in Springfield.
They have literally had to close the schools and cancel town hall meetings because of these threats. And when you look at the fact that he is now admitting they made up a story, as you say, quoting him that the media wouldn't cover. Maybe the media didn't cover it because there was no story. It didn't exist. But again, this is consistent with Trump's campaign. Let's not forget Donald Trump as president called Haiti and several African countries S-hole countries. You also have to put into the factor in that if you are someone that is anti-Haitians in Springfield or coming in to think you're defending the people of Springfield whose pets are being eaten up, any black walking around Springfield looks Haitian. I mean, it is racist. It is a clear threat to people. And just like I denounce whoever's trying to assassinate Donald Trump for whatever reasons, they should denounce the fact that they are inciting nuts to feel that they can go into Springfield and save pets. That's those kinds of jaded thinking is what leads to killings. I did the funerals in Buffalo, New York of a mass killer that felt he had the right to target blacks. I've been to others and did eulogies. This is dangerous. This is a threat to people. And at the same time we denounce what apparently has happened as a threat to Donald Trump, we should denounce what is apparently a threat to blacks and particularly.
So this makes you go, okay, how did we get here? All right. And this, I got to put this out here because I want you Trump supporters to understand this is Donald Trump and this is the message he's sending out to the American people. Now, he was in Las Vegas, all right, and this rally he had in Las Vegas Friday night. Listen to how he talks and ask yourself, is this what you really want 4 more years of?
What the hell she was saying?
Listen
she reminded me of Sleepy Joe Biden. But people said that I was angry during debate. And I said, why wouldn't I be angry? Of course I'm angry. We got 21 million people that came into our country, invading our communities, invading our cities and our towns and destroying our country. I'm angry about Venezuelan gangs taking over Aurora, Colorado.
You hear this?
And I'm angry about illegal Haitian migrants.
You hear this?
Taking over Springfield, Ohio. You see that mess, don't you?
Hey everyone. So
he continues to double down on the lies about the Haitian migrants.
And the Colorado governor is petrified. He's scared. He doesn't know what to do. The Venezuelans are attacking my state, he said. The Venezuelans have big AK-47 Supremes. There's a Supreme. Where the hell do they get these guns? Our soldiers can't get these guns. They're taking over our country from within. I mean, can you believe it?
Does anyone believe this?
And we We got Kamala. I'm angry.
Does anybody believe him still? Do you all understand now? Knowles, I sent you a guest request. Come on up here and explain to us why you still believe it, Knowles. Tell us why. If you really did believe this, Knowles, you would dive into this box to make sure we all understood what you understand, Knowles. But here's the thing. Knowles. You know this is a lie.
Young American girls being raped and murdered by savage criminal aliens that come into our country very easily but very illegally. I'm angry about rampant inflation destroying our middle class, and the American people are damn angry too. We're all angry.
Wow.
Country's being wrecked. That's why 53 days from now we're going to tell Harris that we've had enough. Our country can't take it anymore. Comrade Kamala Harris, you're fired. You're fired. Get out. Get out.
And you know what's so disgusting when you hear this? It's not just what he is saying, but it's what the cult members behind him are doing. They're actually clapping and cheering all of this on. Yeah, he's unhinged. They're okay with the anger. They're okay with the hatred, right? Speaking of that, there's something I wanted to bring it to you. And by the way, when I say this, I'm saying this based on facts, all right? They're cheering this on, but then when they see it play out in real time, they get upset and they start crying. For instance, this previous person that tried to take Trump's life. Okay, 100. They say the people doing this, 100% are white, 100% of them are males, 100% of them had those pew-pews, 100% they aren't Haitians, 100% aren't immigrants, and 100% are Republicans. So, Trump supporters, do you see what I'm doing? I'm helping you understand that the person you're supporting is causing the problems you're crying about. Do you see the connection yet? He's energizing people with hate. They go out in the real world and act it out. Do you see this connection? Do you see it? Tell me, if you listen to this guy listen to his rally, what does a person that's really not wrapped too tight upstairs walk away thinking? Do they walk away thinking, you know what, I need to go back home to my family and be a good partner, be a good person in the community? Do they think that, or do they think, this country's really going down and I got to do something?
Get the hell out of here. She shouldn't be there anyway. She got no votes. She's a threat to democracy, right? That's what they say.
He says Kamala Harris is a threat to democracy. I don't know about you. Any Trump supporters think that's okay? Any Trump supporters think what he just said is okay? Look at them. They get real quiet. Thank for the gaslight, Trump. They get real quiet when you start showing them who their cult leader is.
They always say Donald Trump, it's a soundbite for them. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. No, she's a threat. Think of it. Joe Biden had 14 million votes. She had none. She was the first one that failed. Out of all the candidates, I think they had 22. She didn't even make it to Iowa, the first stop. Didn't even make it during the nominating process. She didn't make it to Iowa. She had no votes and she got it. But we're running against her. I think, based on what I'm seeing in the polls, I think she could be just as easy as him. He was down so much. He was down 21 points.
Wow.
And they went to him and they said, get out of here, Sleepy Joe, you're going to lose. I'm not going to get out. I won't do it. He held on for about a day. Did you see the hat, though, the other day? Right?
I mean, this is Trump
We walked into a
supporters
great,
with their
beautiful
co-leader.
area in Pennsylvania. I was there because that's where one of the planes came down. You know that? It was incredible. The reverence that we had for that area. It's horrible. But the bravery of those people on that plane. But the fire station, which was so brave also, and they did a fantastic job. And the place was stacked with every family member. And Joe went in first, and nobody, they didn't even, you could hear a pin drop.
California.
You know, what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is we're helping Trump supporters understand
One of the firemen said,
that
put
thing,
the hat on.
that
Put
what
it
they're
on.
afraid of is Donald Trump. And not one Trump supporter will push back on that narrative because they know I'm telling the truth. They are afraid of Donald Trump. Everything he describes is happening, and they're going, please, Trump, save us from it. How's he going to save you when he's the one causing it?
Look at Joe. Ready? Who likes Sleepy Joe?
Look at this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Who likes Crooked Joe?
Can't make
All
this
right,
up.
thank you. I just saved $200,000 with these phony pollsters. They don't even go out and check. They just give you a number. Sir, that'll cost $250,000 to interview 200 people. Oh, thank you.
Anthony,
You just did it for
get in the
nothing.
box, Anthony. Stop asking silly questions. Get in the
And
box.
they don't interview the 200, but they just
I don't do all of that.
that.
I don't do any of this responding to these Trump supporters in the comment section because we know there's Russian bots on this app. All right, and those bots, we don't know what their goal is, but no, Anthony, if you are serious, accept the guest request. Other than that, I want you to listen, Anthony. All right, if you want to talk Russia, ask yourself, why does Russia want Donald Trump to win the election? Yeah, why do they want Donald Trump to win the election?
50 to 46. No, that was something. And then, by the way, then 2 hours later, I walked into the same firehouse. The place went crazy. Right? The most preposterous part of Kamala, and how do you like the name? Comrade Kamala.
So he can disrespect our vice president? Y'all see why this man right now should be in a jail cell? All right, you see why? Because all his lies do is get him, first of all, they get him in trouble. They get him in trouble. I guarantee you, if Donald Trump had zipped his mouth, he wouldn't have any indictments. I guarantee you, if he would have just zipped it up. But his mouth gets him into all the trouble he's in. And y'all still don't see it. Y'all still don't see it. Your Majesty, that's a terrible excuse. How does Kamala Harris disrespect Donald Trump? How?
You know why? It indicates that she is a communist, comrade.
Wow.
Because she is. You know that she's further left than crazy Bernie Sanders. Can you believe it? He's crazy, that guy. He's almost as crazy as Nancy Pelosi. She's nuts. The most preposterous part of Kamala's debate performance was when she tried to gaslight the public into believing she never supported the radical left policies that she is.
No, the one thing about that debate, and this is where the hate really came out. I hate to say it. But this is where the hate came out. When she told Donald Trump that at his rallies, people get bored and they start falling asleep and leaving early, something inside of him broke. It snapped. All right. And since then, he's been on a tirade. But it's true. And I'm going to repeat what Kamala said as well. I've watched Trump's rallies. They're pretty. You guys are all energized. the first few minutes. But once we get to the sharks and the batteries and the Hannibal Lecter nonsense, guess what y'all start doing? Y'all start nodding off and y'all start getting up and doing that one trick. Hey, all right, let's pretend like we are going to go to the bathroom, and then what we'll do is we'll just go to the car and then we'll leave. Because you know deep down inside your souls, listening to this man is a waste of your time. This guy's so old. This guy wears a diaper. This guy puts a bird's nest smack dab on his cranium. He paints himself orange every day and lies to you and takes your money. Y'all must like losing. Susan, I'm wasting your time, Susan. How am I wasting your time, Susan? Oh, you can't even accept a guest request, Susan. You know why she said Susan wants to leave the live because I just put an image of Donald Trump in her head. And she says, that's not who I've been sending my money to and falling in love with, is it, Zeus? Yes, Susan, you've been falling in love with the con artist, a snake oil salesman. Think about it, Susan. Why is he always wearing the same blue crumpled suit with the ridiculous tie? He calls himself a billionaire. You think you see him in a lot of different suit colors. What's he hiding? Susan, I hate to say it. I hate to say it to you, Susan. The reason he has to wear those color suits is because it hides the diaper. I'm not lying to you. He has to hide that diaper. If you look at the back of his suit, it goes down a lot around the lower back area. It goes down a lot. And get that. Why do you think, Susan, let's be honest. If most women, they're very protective of their men, right? Especially if they think they got a good looking man. Girl, no. You won't be able to get next to him. That's how they, even with all that money, Susan, guess where Melania's at? She's like, have him. You can have that guy. She's not trying to get anywhere near him in that dirty diaper, Susan. Yeah, I know, Susan. It hurts to hear that, but when you got a dirty diaper like he does, this is what you do every day to throw people off your trail. You do stuff like this.
Championed for her entire career. Do you mind if we roll a tape, please?
No. We don't want to roll no tape. We want you to talk.
Everything is a lie. Including the fact that she never worked at McDonald's. She lied about that, too. I told that to one of the fake news people 2 days ago. I was doing a news conference and the fake news was there. I said, you people all said she worked beautifully at McDonald's. It turned out it was a lie.
Troy.
Will you admit it? Will you admit it? I said. And they said, yeah, we'll admit they never did. They don't want to. They're protecting her. I don't know why. I mean, she wants open borders. She wants Pennsylvania. Zero. You know what's
I'm inviting these people up here.
They'll never be fracking in Pennsylvania.
I'm not afraid to talk to Trump supporters. I'm not afraid to talk to these Trump supporters. They're afraid of Zeus, all right? That's just how this goes. I went into one live and they said, boycott the box. When they said come to Zeus's live, they said boycott the box because Zeus is cooking us way too much and we're terrified. So trust me when I tell you, I am sending them guest requests. They're just not coming up because they know they're going to get exposed. Troy. Jesus Christ. Troy, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. You're a Trump supporter.
Of course, I'm American.
No, I can't do that. It's too early for that, Troy.
You like open borders, so you like open borders.
No,
you like women raped and killed. Then vote Harris. It's your choice.
Wait a second. Now, can we start? What part of the country are you?
Choice, brother. If you like war.
What part of the country are you calling in from, Troy? Because it sounds like you're in the basement. I'm
a Florida Gator, brother.
I know. You're one of those basement dwellers. You know Donald Trump calls you basement dwellers, right?
I'm American, brother.
No. What's American about you? Let me ask you something. Were you there on January 6th?
Why would I be?
Because that's what Donald Trump wanted you to do. You were a patriot that day.
Protest peacefully.
Huh?
Can't you hear?
That's not what he said.
Of course, it's what he said. It's on the news, brother.
Okay. So you don't remember this. How about this? Let's play it straight from his mouth. How about that? Will that work?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work for you, but not for me.
Hold on.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on
Remember
our
this?
democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down. Anyone you want, but I think right here, we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Troy.
Yeah,
Troy. Are you in a safe
yeah.
space?
You sort of left out to go down there peacefully. You kind of left that out.
Did you hear him say that?
Yeah, isn't that fake news?
No. I played a clip, and I'm asking you, did you hear him say peacefully and patriotically?
Well, wouldn't you fight for your company if you thought that
Troy,
the votes were not correct, if we were cheated?
not if over 60 court cases were overturned to prove that was not true.
Well,
Not if people within my own administration were coming in telling me you lost, including my own children. Troy.
The power of money. Isn't it amazing about the power of money, what it can do?
Troy, are we having a serious conversation?
Yeah, I'm having a serious concentration. I'm American, and I'll vote Trump.
No,
it's your choice who you vote for.
Troy,
I'm not a warmonger.
Troy.
I'm not a warmonger. And we're at war with Harris and Biden.
Mr. Troy.
Was there any war with Trump?
Mr. Troy.
Well, Mr. Troy's here. Was there any war with Trump? I thought all you got to do is give a correct answer.
Can I just ask you some questions?
Was rent down? Was gas cheap with Mr. Trump?
Troy?
Well, you don't want to answer the truth.
I'll answer it, but I need to make sure you're paying attention when we're talking.
Oh, I'm paying attention.
Okay, all the credit you're giving Donald Trump, listen to me, and I need you to pay attention. Do you know who Snuggles is?
No, I don't know.
He's a MAGA demon on this app. Don't worry. I told him the same thing. All the credit you're giving Donald Trump for that and for what he did in 2020 to 2024. 2020 to 2024. All that credit goes to Mike Pence. You do know that, right?
I wouldn't vote for him if he was the last man on the goddamn planet.
And let me ask this question. Do you believe you know more about Donald Trump than Mike Pence?
I believe Americans shouldn't be shot at, brother.
Wait, Troy. Do you believe
Americans shouldn't be shot at?
Troy. Listen, we don't use profanity on this platform, Troy. All right. So listen, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself. I'm trying to have the conversation with you. I get it. You're a basement dweller. You're calling from Florida, but please control the demon inside of you. All right. And let's talk. Now hit unmute. And I want to ask you the question. Do you think you know more about Donald Trump than Mike Pence, Troy? Troy, click on unmute. Troy Vance. I'm talking to you. Do you know how to use TikTok? Troy Vance. Is there any other Trump supporter that would like to help Troy Vance make his argument? Because Troy right now is stuck on TikTok. He doesn't know how to use the app. He's just up here crying about his daddy. Okay, Troy, if you can't, I'm gonna send you one more request, Troy. If you can't figure out how to, it says you can invite. If you can't figure out how to unmute your mic, Troy, I'm gonna drop you. This is sad. Putin must not be paying you enough, Troy. All right. Well, another one bites the dust. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what I got to do? We got to send this MAGA demon straight to the pits of hell. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Troy Vance doesn't know how to use TikTok. All right. And he got in my box and started lying and spreading misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. And that's not acceptable on this platform. So guess what we're going to do? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Troy Vance a round of, you guessed it, booze and shame, and send him straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Hey, Chris, I sent you a request, Chris. And by the way, why are you in the bed looking like that, Chris? I sent you a guest request. Chris, come on up here. You said you wanted to talk to Big Zeus. Yeah, I sent him to hell with those gasoline draws on. Why is Chris looking like that in the bed? Who are you looking for, Chris, when you got that picture on your profile? That's a little interesting right there. That's wild. Are you in the bed, Chris?
No, I just got up.
Why you got that kind of profile picture? What's that about? Are you out here looking for love?
No, I'm out here to expose you demonized Democrats.
Oh, okay, but don't you think you need a better picture? Because what's really being exposed isn't what you think it is, to be quite honest. Are you in the bed in that picture?
What do the picture got to do with me?
Oh, it got a lot. And as far as I'm concerned, but you know what? I'll try. You want to turn the camera on, perhaps? Can you turn your camera on? That maybe turning the camera on will stop me from being, thrown off by what you got going on in that photo right there, sir.
Well, I'm kind of at work right now.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's a point for Zeus, and that's not a point for you. What are you at work doing, and why are you supporting Donald Trump when you know he doesn't care about you? You know he's putting targets on your back, right?
How can you say that and put out this false information towards Trump? Trump was once a loved guy until he ran for president. We out here.
Where do you suppose it all went? Oh, so when he ran for president, in what year? 2016? When he came down that golden escalator?
How are you Democrats so blind to what's going on into the world? People are losing their jobs. People are homeless. Shelters are closing down.
And I'm not blind to that.
As our brother Malcolm X says, these Democrats are evil.
Don't bring Malcolm X into this, because I guarantee you Malcolm X would not be hanging out with Donald Trump. Let's just cut that crap out right now.
He never would. He
would never sit down with a man that openly promotes hatred and racism. Stop it, Chris. What rock did you crawl from under with that nonsense?
When have he ever promoted hatreds? Y'all talk about the Capitol building. Not one time did he tell people to march down there with hate.
Sir, did you not hear the first part of the show? The people in Springfield, the Haitian community, they're currently being targeted because of his lie. He has a whole group of people, and this isn't his first time. This is just the latest example of him targeting a specific demographic of people, all right, and having his followers go after him. And you're going to sit here and act like that didn't happen? Chris, are you under a rock?
He said peacefully march down there.
No, I'm talking about the Haitians. I'm talking about the cats and the dogs. You heard about this.
But wait a minute.
Did you hear about the cats and the dogs?
It's true.
No, it's not.
Some countries, that's a delicacy in countries. So if they migrating here, why is it not happening here?
Chris, I'm going to ask you a simple question. Is what he said about the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, true or not?
I wasn't there.
Is it true, Chris?
I can't say that's true or not. But I'm not gonna say something that's false if I don't know about it. But
Chris,
I know.
Well, let me update your software today. It's not true, Chris.
How do you know?
Because it's been debunked. The mayor, the governor of Ohio, They've all came out, and several other people came out, Chris.
You guys that's
Chris,
Democrats are
Chris,
good at that. Just like the
Chris,
ABC debate. Y'all
Chris,
debunked everything that Trump had to say, but Kamala, y'all let
Chris. If
Okay.
Kamala lied, and you could call her Kamala or Miss Harris or Vice President, I know. But if there were lies that were as impactful as
Here we
what
go.
Donald Trump's
Here we
lies,
go. It's frustrating when people are blind like you and you Democrats to the truth. But y'all always praise Kamala, but yet when she's up there lying or she's sitting there, we want to know what her policy is. But it seems like she's on a campaign on how to fix greens. I know very well how to fix her greens now, her recipe to greens, but she can't answer a question to be so educated.
Chris, you know what you sound like?
What's that?
You sound like you're in Donald Trump's cult still. Because not one thing you've actually said is true, number one, and then when I give you the truth, you turn around and put your head in the sand. I need you to acknowledge that Donald Trump is lying when he's talking about.
That's your truth.
Do you have any evidence to prove that he's telling the truth, Chris?
Do you have any evidence?
Chris?
Kamala never.
Chris, this is not rocket scientist. I didn't ask you to give me the. I didn't ask you to give me the equation of a line, Chris. I'm asking you to just use some good old-fashioned American common sense.
See, this is what you Democrats do. Y'all try to bash people when they trying to tell the truth, and we, as you say, this is your show. I'm respectfully listening to everything you.
But you're being disrespectful at the same time.
I go to say something, you cut me off.
Okay, let's play it your way. How about this? We'll go take turns. You ask your question, and then I'll answer it, and then I'll ask my question, and then you answer it.
Okay.
I guarantee you'll fail. I guarantee you will fail. Because I don't have a problem being critical of anyone. Even Kamala Harris. I don't have a problem. So let's go. What's your question?
Brother, this is what I'm saying. Whatever I just said, when I'm telling the truth, I'm getting warning violations.
Oh, so TikTok gave you a warning violation.
They did.
Okay, well, you might want to take care of that, all right, and start telling the truth a little bit more. And then let me do the rest, Chris.
See,
because
this censorship that you Democrats are promoting because y'all don't want the truth told. Y'all want people in Black America and us immigrants.
You're an immigrant?
I didn't mean us as in me, but y'all want the urban communities and the low poverty communities to stay blind and dumb to this foolishness that the Democrats promote. It's always the Democrats want to give somebody welfare to get their votes. But we as Black folks, we're waking up now to this. That's why they're scared. That's why they're bringing all of these immigrants in, because we know that's going to be the new Black, the new votes. Every time for Kamala to be so educated.
But do you understand, Chris? I'm going to stop you. No one here believes you.
Okay.
From the way this sounds, you're spiraling, number one, and you're literally repeating everything Donald Trump says. You can't speak for all of the Black community. You can't speak for all the people who are immigrants in this country. You are nothing but a grain of sand on a huge beach.
Why are you Democrats so scared? Y'all out trying to kill this guy. There's got to be something he's doing right for you Democrats to keep trying to assassinate this guy.
So that's where this is coming from, Chris. Didn't you read me? Didn't you hear what I said earlier?
I just got on. I'm sorry.
100% of these people going after Donald Trump, guess what? Guess what color they are? They white. And they're men. And they got the pew-pews. I'm just reading from my list. And guess what they aren't? They're not immigrants and they're not Haitians.
But you're
guess what they are? And guess what they are? They're Republicans.
Okay. You believe everything ABC and CNN and all of that stuff.
Chris,
get your own research.
Chris, you say you're working, right?
I'm working, brother.
You got money?
I got money, but I'm still feeling the effect of the
No. I need you to put some. Let's just go ahead and put a little meat on the bone. How much you want to go at Zeus about and bet that these are, I got to keep it clean on TikTok.
Okay.
You really want to put some money down and say whether or not these people are Republicans or Democrats? I don't get on TikTok. I have no reason to get on TikTok, Chris, and pretend like stuff isn't what it is. Think about it. Let's go to the Butler incident. You really think Democrats are going to spend money on Donald Trump at all? You think we're going to do that, bro? I got other things to do. I already know he's going to lose. And guess what I want to see, Chris? You know what I want to see more than anything?
What's that?
I want to see Donald Trump lose to a black woman like Kamala Harris. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
I want to see Letitia James clean as clock. I want to see Fonnie Willis. I like what Alvin Bragg did. I love these black folks who are holding him accountable. I would rather see that than for him to get on out of here the easy way. I want to see this man go to jail. Lord, keep this man on the earth so he can go to jail like his CFO did.
The only treason that's going on.
No, Chris, do you understand that? Because I don't want you to go around here thinking Democrats want to do anything but see these black women and men hold this man accountable and go to jail and be a real.
Martin Luther King said, "You're leading your brothers and sisters into a burning building."
You really believe that?
Yes.
Think about it. If all the stuff that he's dealing with, the crimes, was it the Democrats that told him to sleep with Stormy Daniels? No.
He
did that on his own, bro.
What have he done that a normal
He did it on his own.
What did he do that a normal man don't do?
Well, I'll tell you what he did. While president, was in the process of falsifying business records to cover up a scheme. That's not what the normal man does.
You talking about just sleeping with somebody?
Oh, no, I didn't bring that up in terms of the conviction. The conviction was he was falsifying business records, right? In order to cover up another crime, election interference. A normal man doesn't get to do all of that. We either get caught lying or we end up having to pay. It's like, that's how it is. But what he did, he was breaking laws, federal and state. And he did it to cover up what he did with Stormy Daniels behind his wife's back. Democrats had nothing to do with that, bro.
Let's say this. See how you Democrats are? You Democrats, when it comes to the Biden crime family, y'all want to brush that under the bridge.
You got any evidence?
It's all over the computers.
Do you have any evidence that Joe Biden has committed?
It's all over the computers. When Joe Biden had top secret documents in his garage beside his Corvette, y'all don't want to talk about stuff like that. It's always Trump. It's never none of that stuff.
Chris, let me ask you another question, Chris. If Joe Biden really committed crimes, why didn't they impeach him? The Republicans.
You know what? It's because of you evil Democrats.
Maybe there's another way of looking at it.
There's nothing positive.
Chris. Maybe there's another way of looking at it. Maybe he didn't commit crimes. Okay. I mean, after all, Hunter Biden got convicted and took a plea deal. So you can't say it's all Democrats getting away with it. So if they got the president, I mean, it takes a lot to get the president's son, bro. And they got him. So you can't sit here and say they ain't getting them. They ain't getting Democrats. They're clearly getting Democrats.
So let's go back to Kamala. She been
Kamala. Like Kamala, or you can say Madam Vice President, or you can say the future president.
Demon Harris. You guys kill me with
that picture. Honestly, that picture you got on your profile is. It's crazy, man. I don't know how you actually uploaded that photo on your profile, bro. Somewhere along the line, you said that was a good idea, huh? You said this is gonna get him. It's wild looking at this photo.
See, this is how Democrats do. They try to beat you up when you tell the truth, to throw you off from the facts.
I'm telling you, nothing but the
has
truth.
Nothing to do with politics.
Your picture got a lot to do with politics. Your picture. No. I got to talk about that photo, bro. I got to talk about that photo. That
we talk
photo,
about
that photo
MAGA, we talk
screams.
about the Proud Boys. Why we don't never talk about Antifa? Because y'all don't want to put that out there.
Sir,
Majority of the people are Democrats. They don't know nothing about Antifa.
is anybody interested in getting a date with Chris? Because this is what he's really up here to do.
See, you are a paid actor. That's all you are. You are a paid actor by the Democrats.
I didn't ask you to take a photo of yourself laying in the bed. Is those white sheets?
Hey, look at your bifocals. I can't even see your face. Take those bifocals off.
You wish you can see this.
They bigger than the screen is.
You wish.
See,
you wish
this
you
is how
could do what I'm
Democrats
doing.
do. They try to throw you off from the points and
Chris,
the facts.
Chris, you're laying,
Antifa.
ma'am. I called you ma'am. I'm sorry, Chris. You're laying in the bed like you're trying to set a thirst trap. Like you're setting a thirst. Like you're setting a thirst trap. Okay. Okay, so
this is what y'all do.
Okay, so let me get back to what we were talking about.
We were gonna have a normal conversation.
We are, but you're not answering my questions, bro. You're not.
Okay.
All right. You haven't acknowledged that you've been wrong about a lot of things. We talked about Donald Trump being convicted, and you're gonna sit there and act like that didn't happen when it did. We've talked about January 6th. You know he organized that, and yet you're gonna sit up here and keep trying to talk about the Antifa or
Antifa people in the crowd in a peaceful march down to the Capitol.
Okay, so let me ask you
some. We know what Antifa stands for, and we know what Antifa does.
What does Antifa stand for?
So
what? No. See, what does it stand for?
So you don't want to. You never want to get to the fact. And here go. I'm gonna get kicked off for saying things I don't even know what I'm saying on this thing for getting warnings.
Chris,
yo,
when you gonna acknowledge you don't know what the heck you're saying? You didn't even answer my question. What does Antifa stand for?
And Antifa stands for a bunch of people.
No, wrong. Anti-fascist. Let's go. So once again, Chris, you
won't even let me finish. Antifa stands for a bunch of people, actors that's thrown out in the crowd to cause chaos and confusion.
Okay, that actually means MAGA. What you just described MAGA. And let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, Chris. And this is why I don't really think you're a bad person. I just think you're in the cult, and you're deep in the cult, and you don't know the truth. No. Donald Trump has been found on record to lie over 30,000 times while in office. All right? You can go look this up. You got a computer next to you?
No.
Okay. Well, when you get a chance, look it up. Imagine being one of his supporters, knowing this man has lied to you. You wouldn't know the difference between a lie or the truth. The truth actually would scare you in most cases. And so Donald Trump, knowing that, Chris, this is what he did. During the 2020 election, he convinced you all to not trust the results of the election. You ever heard of the thing called the big lie? Remember that? Where he convinced you all that he won when he really lost, right? And then, Chris, after he convinced you all of doing that, you know what he did? He invited you all to an event he was hosting called Stop the Steal. You ever heard of that, Chris?
I haven't never heard of Stop the Steal.
Oh, well, where have you been, bro?
I ain't heard of everything. I can't.
Oh, this is why I need you to update your software. Stop the Steal was the rally he was holding on January 6th. At the Ellipse. And now, Chris, let me ask you a serious question. Why do you need to have a rally after you lost the election? Who does that?
Why do you need another debate after you lost the first debate?
Chris.
After you cheated, had notes, had even the little earring that was the earpiece that was connected to the back of an ear. Why do you need another debate when you lost? So you're contradicting yourself. You're saying the same thing. Why do you flip it over?
Chris, I wasn't even talking about the debate, but if you want to talk about the debate, I'll just end it by saying this. This woman right here, she dog walked him the entire debate. All right. It wasn't even close. And I know it hurts you to hear that. When she told him people leave his rallies early, it was over. He snapped. And you know it and I know it. Now let's get back to January 6th, though. Okay. The Stop the Steal was a rally he hosted after he lost the election. What kind of person needs a campaign rally after the election is over? It makes no sense. Right? And so guess what happened? His supporters showed up. They came from all the corners of the country. all right, to support him. And what did he get them to do? He got them to go to the United States Capitol and place a dagger at the throat of our democracy. You know, there's over 1,400 of them sitting in jail right now, sitting in prison. Think about that. I'm surprised you aren't there, because you fit the description. You fit the description, bro.
No, just like our former leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King.
No.
Because you don't want to hear the truth. The same.
Let me ask you something, Chris. Chris. Let me ask you a question.
That they did then.
Chris, let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Do you think you know more than Mike Pence?
Depends on what you're talking about. And
about Donald Trump.
I don't think there was two people that hung out together.
Do you think you know more about Donald Trump than Mike Pence, the vice president of the United States during his administration?
I can't say that I do.
Okay, so when Mike Pence said Donald Trump told him to place him above the United States Constitution, what do you think about that?
Let's talk about Mike Pence. Mike Pence was promised a position within the government if he didn't overturn the election.
Chris,
did it happen?
Chris, I didn't ask you to go use your imagination. Because every time you use your imagination, Chris, you end up in a nasty spot. I'm really here helping you learn, and you don't like it, but I am. So let me give you what Mike Pence said.
Irrespective of the indictment, I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election. And then on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. But I chose the Constitution, and I always will. Anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be President of the United States. And anyone who asks someone else to put themselves over the Constitution should never be President of the United States again. What the President maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again over the last 2.5 years, is completely false. I dismissed it out of hand, but sadly the President was surrounded by a group of crackpot lawyers that kept telling him what his itching ears wanted to hear. And I had hoped that on this matter of January 6th that it wouldn't come to this, because I do believe that this is going to further ignite the divide in the country. It'll be up to the government now to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this actually represented criminal activity. But what I want the American people to know is that I know in my heart of hearts that I did my duty under the Constitution that day.
All right, Chris.
Yeah.
That's the vice president of the United States of America telling you Donald Trump wanted him to place him above the United States Constitution.
You know what I hear? I hear America is driven by money. Everybody within the government is bought off. Trump is one guy, one man that wasn't bought off, that couldn't be bought off. So do you think I believe what he says? No, because we know y'all as Democrats, y'all go against the Constitution every day.
What about Donald? Okay, so
that you're trying to cancel.
So you don't believe Mike Pence, even though he was the vice president. Got it. Unfortunately, Chris, you're wrong. Let me ask you some other questions. You heard about Donald Trump and this E. Jean Carroll thing, the woman that he essayed and defamed, and how the jury awarded her over $80 million because he raped her.
Here we go. We're talking about something that happened.
No, I'm just because I've already basically proved that you're a liar with the Mike Pence in January 6th. So if I were to actually be a betting person and I had to roll the dice and say, who do we believe, Chris, or do we believe Mike Pence? I would say Mike Pence, hands down, 100%.
This is your show, of course. You got more Democrats on here than you.
No. I'm not even asking about the folks in the audience. I'm just saying you and me, Mike Pence. Who do we trust? Mike Pence.
But when you say we,
no, me and you.
Oh, I believe me.
Okay, so I won because you're wrong. That's how this works. Unfortunately, you're wrong. If you were right, there wouldn't be an investigation. There wouldn't be criminal cases against Donald Trump about this. So you're wrong. Let's move on because we got other things to talk about, and I got to move on. My last thing that I wanted to talk to you about was the E. Jean Carroll thing and him essaying her. You are aware of that, correct?
I'm correct.
All right. What are your thoughts of that? Especially when you know this is the same guy that was on the plane with Jeffrey. You know who Jeffrey E. is, right? I don't like saying his name because TikTok might flag you. You know who Jeffrey E. is?
Well, what? Yes, I do. And I know there was a lot of politicians that was on that plane Probably one that you really admire, as in the Obama.
No, Obama wasn't on there, and I'm not even talking about anyone other than Donald Trump because there's only two people running, Trump and Kamala. There's only those two, so I don't want to go and start relitigating the past. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Well, she's decades old.
Why do you no, but she wasn't on that plane with Jeffrey. Why do you think it's acceptable for Donald Trump to be president of the United States when you know he SA'd children? Are you a Christian?
See, we can go down the whole.
Are you a
Democratic
Christian in any
line.
capacity? You believe in the good Lord?
I believe in the good Lord.
Okay. So that means you should have some morals and some common sense about yourself. All right. And I'm going to ask you if you're capable of it to let the Holy Spirit answer for you. Okay. Don't let the devil do it. All right. Okay. Because you know what he's going to do. He's going to get you sent straight to hell over here. Now I'm going to ask you again. Do you think it's acceptable?
You good.
I know.
When it comes to talking, that's why I think you was a paid
I know you up
actor
here
to
falling it.
fool-
Listen, you up here following love with Zeus, but I don't need that right now, brother. Answer the question.
What's your question?
Okay, my question is, do you think it's acceptable to endorse and support a person that you know was causing harm to these children with Jeffrey?
I don't think anything is acceptable when it comes to essaying a child.
Okay, great. So why are you supporting Trump?
But if we're gonna go down the politician,
No,
line,
I'm talking about Trump. I didn't ask to go down politicians, bro. Stick to Trump. He was on that plane. You saw him in the photos being Jeffrey's wingman, dancing, gyrating his hips. Yeah, I want that one. Why are you supporting this guy? You know it's wrong.
You know.
Thank you.
We all have our reasons why we support someone.
Look up Katie Johnson. They're putting her name in the chat.
Been for the last 3.5 years. We're looking at how good it was when he was in office.
It wasn't good.
Look at all of our veterans out on the street. Look at all our people that work 60 years retired. They can't. They out on the street.
Chris,
they losing their houses because of these Democrats.
Chris.
Okay, well, yeah.
I'm asking you.
I don't agree with that when it comes to children. I don't believe in that.
But he did it.
You guys put out any false information.
You think I'm lying?
Discredit this guy.
You think I'm lying? He said it.
Okay.
Let me ask you something. I do this all the time. I hate to go here, but let me play a few things Trump said and let me get your opinion about it.
My daughter, if Ivanka wanted my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
You heard that?
If Ivanka wanted my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. If Ivanka wanted my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What that mean to you? What that mean to you?
Y'all take something and run with it and make false narratives about anything.
Chris.
This is what I say about
Chris. I'm asking you, what did that statement mean to you?
That statement didn't mean anything.
Was it appropriate? Was it Christ-like?
Let's not do that. Because we know.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
You have children?
What you're doing, you
Chris,
do it.
Do you have kids?
I got kids.
You have a daughter?
I have a daughter.
If I were to ask you, what do you and your daughter have in common? Would you respond like Donald Trump?
I'm not going to answer that question because you're trying to make something more than what it actually is.
Want me to play it again?
We all don't respond.
Chris, want me to
the same way.
Chris, want me to play it again, or do you want to really answer this question?
Of course. Of course. Okay, I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna play your game. Of course, I wouldn't say that about my daughter.
Okay, and it's not a game.
But if we're talking about this and you want to
it's not a game
and talk about the Bible, let's talk about Joe and Joe getting married. What the Democrats support.
Chris,
if you want to go that route,
Chris, I think as far as I'm concerned, The lesson that I have been teaching this morning to you has been taught. It's really up to you now to do the work. You know enough. You know the difference between right and wrong. Continuing to support somebody that is wrong, that's on you. But you can't go around here and keep saying it's the Democrats. No, it's Chris. You the one propping this man up still. Do better. You got to do better and change that profile picture, all right? Because I got to move on. Now, I gotta get up out of here. Okay, and I'm going to take care of some real official business right now, ladies and gentlemen. Chris is going into the lake of fire. Chris, you might be a great person when the MAGA demon isn't in control of you, but when that MAGA demon gets a hold of you, brother, you're dangerous. Like my good friend Nutty Professor says, you're dangerous. You know enough to be dangerous. And so what I'm going to do is toss you and that MAGA demon into the lake of fire, Chris. All right. And hopefully this purges it out of you and helps you get on the right path. All right, ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Chris. I just turned the temperature up extremely hot to the lake of fire. All right. By giving him what he deserves. All right. A fresh round of booze and shame. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Chris.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I know a lot of people don't like how I sent Chris straight to the lake of fire where he belongs, but I got to do that to save our country. And maybe you didn't hear me when I said it, but I'll say it again.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move it along. Good morning, PA. How are you doing this morning? PA, how are you doing this morning, my good friend? Going once. PA, are you there? PA, I guess there is a disconnect going on. All right, let's go. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. All righty then, let's go. Good morning, CC. I'm trying to bring up some of the mutuals real quickly, and then we'll get back to having tough conversations. CC, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, honey. How are you?
Hey, I'm all right.
Zeus,
Yes.
what's wrong with these people, Zeus? What in the hell is wrong with these people? It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me of the things they don't hear about. And we know they hear about it.
Yeah.
They're just liars.
They are. But they'll do it.
Liars.
But do you blame them because they are in a cult, CC? And I don't know if they really understand what's happening in the real world anymore. They've sold their souls to Donald Trump. Nature, thank you for the subscription.
Zeus, I just don't, I try to understand their thinking, but my brain will not allow it. My brain will not allow to think the way they think. I get so damn aggravated.
Did you hear Chris just a few minutes ago? You heard that conversation or any bits of it?
Yes.
Could you, honestly, because he got up here and he was in those sheets, right, in that photo of his. I don't know what he's on TikTok doing with that photo, but if you could give him some solid advice, what would it be? Matt, don't say a thing about CC. CC knows what she's talking about. But what would you say to Chris? Because he kept saying...
Nobody wants you.
Huh?
Nobody wants you. Get your fat ass out of the bed. Go put a shirt on. Act like you got some sense. Act like a grown-ass man, okay? Nobody wants you. Go get on Tinder. Don't be coming on TikTok trying to show your sorry self. We don't want to see it. We don't want to hear it. We are sick of it. We are sick of it. And I am sickened. I hope I'm not too loud, but I'm very...
No, get it out. Get it out, Cece.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I am...
Somebody go for it.
I'm sick and tired of hearing about these damn dogs and cats. You ignorant individuals. This woman who started this came forward and she admitted she started this and she was sorry she did. Well, guess what, lady? It's too late because you got these sickos that take it and run with it. Just like that Simple Simon with his video showing Kamala. What is wrong with you people? Y'all need a damn psychiatrist. And beyond. You need to be put in a damn cage. You're crazy.
Tell him.
Zeus,
Wow.
I tell you, Zeus.
Thank you,
had
Cece.
it. I have freaking had it, Zeus.
I understand. I
The
understand.
lies. You know, and something else.
What's
when,
that?
when they try to say Kamala was lying about the military,
Right.
what she was referring to. We don't have boots on the ground, you ignoramuses. Yes, we have bases all over this world. These bases have military men and women, but they're not fighting. They are there just in case we need them. We have no boots on the ground, you ignorant pieces of crap. Zeus, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sick and
You've been keeping it real clean, Cece, and you got to the line and you didn't cross it. Thank you. And I believe there are a lot of people who feel the way that you feel, including myself. So no need to apologize, honestly.
I'm just so sick of it, Zeus. It is
Who is calling Cece?
Every-
Let her cook.
the same song and damn dance every day. Every day. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you. And I want to know where all you little conservative Lens, MOD, Janae, Stacy, Admir. Admir, what are you, 5'4", 120 pounds? You all work on my damn nerves, and I'm sick of you. Quit your lying. Quit lying. Quit calling Zeus a liar. Zeus is the truth. Zeus, I'm sorry.
You did the right thing.
Zeus,
I can't say anything. I'm speechless, to be quite honest, Cece.
look. I have been sitting here boiling all weekend. All weekend, there's been so much I want to say. So much, but I know there's not enough time. You know, I tried to get on Ange today, on Angie's Live, and say some stuff, but you know, they started interrupting, so Ange had to do what she had to do. Is get rid of all of us. Get rid of
Yeah.
all of us. And
She had a lot of people. Well, you got a lot of people in the box. You got to go clear it out, and one at a time.
Yeah,
I used to do that, so I understand, seriously.
yeah, I don't blame her at all. But I know one thing: I'm getting ready to hit the trees. It's over.
Lord have mercy, Cece.
Well,
Lord have mercy.
It's 11 o'clock here. It's almost noon, so it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But I'm getting ready to hit the weeds because I've had enough. And let me tell you, I got one more thing to tell you.
Lord have mercy.
This is funny. This is funny.
Go ahead, Cece.
So, you know, I have 6 dogs, right? So I let my female out, the mother of all these children. So the bitch, and that's what they're called, okay? That's what a female dog is. She's my little bitch, okay?
Wow.
She was out in the yard, Zeus. And let me tell you something. Ain't nobody gonna try and eat my dog because there was a 70-pound lab to come in the yard. And I watched her chase his sorry behind out of my yard.
Goodness gracious. Well, thank you. Listen, Cece. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And I'm glad you pushed back. Nobody is trying to eat those beautiful dogs. Come on.
Nobody gonna eat my dog, so get past me first.
Lord have mercy. She telling the
I love
truth.
you, Zeus.
All right. Well, listen, I got to move it on. All right,
I know,
Cece.
honey, I appreciate you letting me up and vent. I could say more, but you know we're gonna wait for those other sickos to come up and talk. And everyone in the box, anybody in the comments who were nice, thank you Thank you for the coins. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And
Right.
Zeus, you're the man, and I
You the-
have the extra H for you.
Lord have mercy. I do. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Let's give the beautiful CC a round of applause once again.
Look at that. Thank you.
All right.
You and my dog in the background.
I hear 'em.
That's with my mama.
All right. Tell the dogs we said hello.
I will, buddy. Love you.
Love you too. Love you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! CC came up here and dropped the hammer. Alrighty then. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, G-Man. Welcome. I see you in.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Cece stole my thunder. She
Wow.
stole my thunder, but my applause to her. I'm glad she would before I would. A lot of respect for that young lady.
Yeah.
Zeus, I don't like somebody report your other lie, your lie, the previous lie.
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
don't want to hear the truth. Now, this is what you brought up about with the Haitians. That was a stereotype that happened to them for decades. You know, they always make a stereotype of certain people.
Right.
And for that guy that Chris, I try not to get you. I gotta be respectful. It's another word. It's called a traitor to his own kind. Donald Tate, if you need to look at his conspiracies where he don't want to rent an apartment that look like the host and myself.
Yeah.
You think you could keep on sipping with the white supremacy? They could tolerate you. They could spit you out like a chewing tobacco. Now, for that guy from Florida said all American, unless you serve the military, armed forces like yours truly, you're not American, man. If you're a true American, you prevent somebody like a fascist like that draft out your bigger than Coward from Queens. Now, I don't condone any violence. Remember I mentioned about what happened in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
But I always say this to the heart. He instigated the cause of violence and it's always come back to home.
Yeah.
He was getting tired of it. And who's the perpetrators that does the mass pew-pews, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Zeus and I, doesn't like a migrant.
Not a Haitian. It's white males with the pew-pews, Republican. That's the profile.
Now, I'm going to direct you to your Billy Bobs and Becky. I want you to same energy pass the legislation, easy to profile your Billy Bobs from nothing up again. Because Georgia and Texas, they used to, both tragedies happened in the summer. What happened University of Georgia and Houston. Any perpetrator, I don't care what they are. You do the crime, do the time. I don't care. That's the difference between me and you. But I want you the same energy pass any profile, any Billy Bobs, if they could do something to nut up, even to Donald J. Trump and anybody that might have a disagreement.
Yeah.
They should have no access any pupils. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just I have to say. I want the same energy on it. But Zeus,
I do too.
I'm gonna keep it short because you've been here for a long time. People, check your voting registration. Go to vote.org because they gotta find a way to purge your vote, like in Georgia, suppress your vote. They pass. I'm glad the Democrats got the balls to take them to court and pass that law that's easy to have 3 MAGAs to contest the vote. See,
Amen.
Make sure check your vote, especially in here, Georgia, twice a week. Make sure you're legit. Like mine, I just did it just moments ago. I'm still good.
Good.
Because they got to find a way to maintain power control by cheating. But Zeus, thank you for your time. I know you've been here for quite a while.
Don't worry.
I always respect you, and I learn a lot of stuff from you and all your creators that follow Zeus, like Ange, everybody that I know. I can't name too much. Wakanda,
You got a lot
everybody.
of them. Yeah.
A lot of them. Thank you for informing me, information. I don't know everything. I work my butt. I work in manufacturing. I'm a blue collar worker. I still really, even though I'm look 60, I don't look at it. I still will learn.
Hey, and that's how you gotta be. You always gotta be willing to learn. You don't know everything, all right? And always keep up the good work. I know you in the gym still. You still in the gym, right?
Yeah, try to be like you, man.
Hey, me too, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to my good friend G-Man. No lies detected. You see, Chris, I hope you're listening, Chris, because these people, they listen to you, all right? And now they got some feedback to give you. That's how this works, all right? You came in here, you told a bunch of lies, and now it's time for you to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, all right? Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it going. Oh my goodness, so many folks to choose from. Really, so many folks to choose from. Good morning, Ange. All right, we'll do a few more mutuals and then we'll go back to talking to the MAGA demons. Good morning, Ange. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm okay. I think I missed Chris,
Oh.
but I think he might have been in my live first because I was on before you, and it really it went sideways quickly. He was coming into the cats and the dogs things, and I did something that I never do. I did his damn homework for him.
Oh.
I was looking it up, and I was looking at I was looking at all the sources, even Fox and everything to try. And he still wouldn't believe me. You put it right in their face, and they're not going to believe you. And the
So he
hate.
got double dose today.
Holy smokes, Zeus. I got the N word from 4 people towards people on my panel this morning. 4.
You mean they used that today
Yes.
after all that's
Yes.
happened to their cult leader and we
Yep.
need to come together and unite?
They did. 4 of them. 4 of them. And then we had a woman come up and say transgender people are evil.
Any blacks still voting for Trump? You heard what Ange said. Put a 1 in the chat if you're black supporting for Trump.
I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but don't sit up there and tell me you're a Christian and then go ahead and talk like that. Don't. I feel bad for the true Christians at this point. You might have to call yourself something else. Our friend Takesha says she's a follower of Christ now because this is what you have done. You are not a Christian. I'm a recovering Catholic. I am very happy to tell you all I'm agnostic and I'm a hell of a lot better person than you. I have a heart. I'm not going to sit there and let you speak like that on my panel. And yes, I did have to clear out the panel. I'm sorry, guys. I love y'all, but it's not productive when we're all talking over each other. We can't.
We understand, Ange. We all understand. Sometimes you're having a nice conversation and then you got whoop.
But I gotta tell you, I don't know if it's the same Chris, but he came in.
Was he in a photo of the bed sheets laying in there? Was he laying in a bed with the white sheets with a little Chester cat smirk on his face?
Potentially, yeah. And he was one of the first ones that was talking like that. And I had to have an argument with him. Saying, typical conservative man. This is what you are. You come up here. You are nasty and jealous, and you're hateful. Conservative men, I don't care. I know you're in here. You suck. You absolutely effing suck. I was married to somebody like you 26 years ago. He still hasn't changed. He's evil. He's hateful. He's abusive. And I don't want to call you that, but I know what you're like. And the wives go in. Yeah, wow, you are. That's one of you down there. You can wow me all you want.
Who said that? Who said
I
wow?
don't know who the F just said it, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're wowing me because I'm right. And
Vegas Dave.
Right. You know I'm right, and that's why you're all upset.
Vegas Dave, she's not lying.
No, I'm not lying.
We've heard nasty things you men have said.
Call me a Karen all you want. I've heard Karen 1,000 times. Get something new. Just get something new. You're boring. You're boring at this point. You're boring. You're ignorant. You're ugly on the inside and usually on the outside too.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
just disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm done. Don't effing call in my live and call yourselves Christian anymore. You're done. I'm sorry. Don't come in there anymore. I'll kick you if you call yourself a Christian and then say that transgender people shouldn't exist. Oh my God. I've never seen people so afraid of a tampon. I mean, this is just insane.
They got an obsession with it.
They are. I'm just going to start having them in my live and holding them up and scaring them away.
Just ask them, do you want one? It won't hurt. It's just skin.
Absolutely. But you conservative men, you are the most disgusting. And I hope your wives do what I did 26 years ago and go and vote for a Democrat. That's what I did. And I said nothing because we all know what would happen. And y'all know it too. So
I agree. And that's why Donald Trump lost in 2020 because of women doing they still can't believe how Biden got all those votes. Yeah. Your women voted behind your back. Yeah.
And in his basement, and he still kicked your guy's butt. He still did. Oh, I got my Harris bumper sticker in the mail.
Oh wow.
I don't usually put bumper stickers on my car, but I am very proud to do that. I ordered my Harris Walls lawn sign.
Nice.
It really ticks off the neighbors because I know there's some Trumpers here. And one last thing, as I was traveling this weekend, I went to Vermont again to see my mama, and I was traveling.
Oh,
I noticed some houses that used to have Trump signs.
yeah.
Either those signs are gone or there are Harris signs. My children noticed
Thank
it.
God.
My children
Thank
said,
God.
Mom, look, that's a Harris sign. Because we know all you people, we see you. And some of you are smartening up, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate you, Zeus, keeping it real over here. We all appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you as well, and seriously, I couldn't do it without all of you.
All
Seriously.
the advice you give me, I have to DM you, Zeus. I'm a total pain in your butt DMing you, but you help us all, and we appreciate you so much.
All right. Well, all right.
I'm gonna drop.
Let's
Thanks,
keep
guys.
up the momentum. We're going to help get Kamala across the finish line this November.
Oh, you got this.
All
Do you
right.
see the poll numbers? This is why they're mad. The poll numbers, Snuggles, your poll numbers suck. You're over there with 14 people and you're live on a good day.
Wait a second. I think we have Snuggles here. You could.
Oh.
I want to ask Snuggles this question. All right, and maybe you can help us out with this. We might as well take out the trash together. Snuggles.
He's upset about my refrigerator.
Now, word around. No, Snuggles. No, Snuggles. Word around the town is you're using beauty filters when you post your videos.
Yes.
And you're doing is he using the duck lips, Ange?
Yeah, I'm using the duck lip ones. I think it's beautiful.
Are you okay? Listen.
You should have no problem with that. You guys, you should have no problem because Zeus, you got many wrinkles.
Okay.
Don't tell me you're not using a filter. You. When I saw you for real, when I first met you, you had some wrinkles, bro, and gray. Where's it all at right now? Look at y'all. I'm cute and handsome.
So this is Snuggles. Look at this.
This is the pretty makeup filter. And Snuggles, I did this. You know why I did this to you? You're stitching me. Quit stitching me. Quit using me for your content. Cut it out, Snuggles.
He's using what is the filter called?
It's like pretty makeup. I can't figure it out. Hey, I'm all about the filters. Snuggles, you have this. Don't stitch me, or this is what you're gonna get.
Snuggles, this is disgusting, and this is
I'm
disturbing.
gonna give you a stitching and a licking.
No.
Watch it. You both better watch it.
No. So now we get this. You're looking for love. I thought you MAGA men had
I
love.
love you guys either way. So
No.
family.
No. That's all we need to see.
Hey, check my.
Oh wait, Ange. Sorry, Ange. I thought I dropped Snuggles. Sorry, Ange. No. Where's Ange? Where did Ange go? Ange, please come back real quick. I wasn't done. All right, invite. There you go. We weren't done with you, but we're done with Snuggles. Ange, I'm so sorry. Now,
you're good.
okay,
You're good.
okay.
I knew what happened.
Okay. So we've exposed Snuggles for using filters, and he's trying to do what Chris is doing. Right? They're out here trying to date Democrats. Is that what they're trying to do? Get some love? Because there's no love in the Republican side. I get it. Okay, but Snuggles, you got to do better.
Why are you stitching me? Get your own darn content. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But mine is so great that you have to try to use it.
Yeah.
Snuggles, I'm sorry. We're losing. You're a loser. You're obsessed with the contents of my refrigerator. I know that there's more.
Tell him, Ange. Oh my goodness.
You said $850 worth of food in my refrigerator. You're damn right there is. You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine because we're doing just fine over here.
Thank you.
Binomics has worked just fine for us. I'm sorry, Snuggles. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. That's what you always used to say. And we're fine. And I do have some good food in there. I have enough to share, but I ain't sharing it with you. Sorry,
Okay.
Snuggles. I'm
All
going to
right.
go now.
All right.
But Snuggles is a liar and stop using the filters.
Fair enough. All right, and you've been exposed, Snuggles. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Ange a round of applause. No lies detected. I'm sorry. Every time I get a chance to get a nice little shot in at Snuggles, I will take it because he's losing. I went into his live this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know how many people were in his live? Take a guess. Single digits. All his support is gone. It's like Trump rallies when you go into Snuggles live. The people in there, they just start leaving early. They start falling asleep, and Snuggles cries. I mean, listen, this is what happens when you. Yep, 7 is the right answer. All right, let's move it along. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ping-ponging. I'm seriously ping-ponging. All right. Who do we got next? My good friend, Miss Morningstar. Oh, good morning. Lord.
So this is for Chris.
Oh.
This is for Chris. Hey, Chris. How you doing, Chris? How you doing, Chris? Listen here, Chris. Listen here. We're off the plantation, Chris.
Oh, Lord.
You don't have to believe everything that Trump tell you, Chris, because we's are free.
Oh.
And I'm not sick no more. Master can't be sick and I be sick no more, Chris. So you can stop with all the bug dancing, Chris, because we's are free, Chris. We's are so free.
Lord have mercy. So you saying Chris hasn't he hasn't been updated and hasn't learned that he's supposed to be free.
Chris don't know he free, Zeus.
Wow.
Chris don't know we free, Zeus.
Wow. Chris.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
I had to do it. I mean, Chris gets up here and Chris starts talking all that crazy nonsense, all that propaganda that he was taught by his master, Donald J. Trump, who don't know a darn thing about anything. Chris couldn't even tell you anything about the government, Zeus.
He couldn't.
He don't know the 3 branches of the damn government, Zeus.
He don't even know what Antifa means, right?
Zeus.
He all over the place. He's spiraling, and I was ringing that bell up in his head.
He did not know what Antifa was.
Wow. And he still. Why do you think these brothers out here? I hate to call him a brother, but why do you think they still supporting Donald Trump? And they know he racist. It's the most bizarre thing.
Like you can see his profile picture. The dude is stuck in the 90s R&B era where he think that he can sell himself like he on Tinder, as CC said, with white sheets, silky sheets. And he think he gonna turn the fan on and he gonna blow in the wind and it's gonna get him a date. He gonna get a Becky. He think he gonna get a Becky.
Oh.
That's what he want. But see, listen here, Chris. You see this? This says melanin. Melanin. That's what you are. That's what we are. It's a beautiful thing. You need to embrace it. Embrace it, Chris. See, I got no time today. I'm at my house today. And I come on camera and just buck dancing like what you was doing earlier, Chris, is unacceptable. You need to cut that out.
So wait a second, Miss Morningstar. I know you said it, but I need to go back and talk a little bit. He's trying to get a little date with a snow bunny on this app. He wants to date. He wanted to date snow bunnies.
The white sheets. You saw the white sheets.
Oh.
They were silk. They were some silk.
He sure didn't know no policy, huh? He didn't know no policy.
He was
So that's what these brothers is doing.
He was trying to get him a Becky.
Chris.
And I'm trying to tell him, how did that work for your boy? What's his name?
Tim Scott.
How'd that work for Tim? I mean, he said he married one, but did he get a new job?
Nope.
Did Tim get a job?
Nope. Chris, cut it out.
Cut it out, Chris.
He over here trying to get a date with a snow bunny. So you don't even you willing to sell your own people out?
Don't sell out
for a little bit of snow bunny in your. Oh, Chris.
Chris, you tripping?
Wow.
You set.
That's you know what, Miss Boy? That's a dangerous brother. He'll do anything for it, won't he? He'll do anything for that white.
For bunny.
Crawl on his knees for that white.
Crawl on his knees, Zeus.
Ooh.
Begging to be part of the damn house. He want to be in the house.
Chris.
Cut it out, Chris.
Just nasty.
You're nasty. You're disgusting. But
we might have to throw him in hell again. We might have to throw him in hell
he got
again.
to stay there. He can't come to the season barbecue cookout. He can't come. He got to go where the raisins and the potato salad is. That's where he got to go.
He sure do.
Chris can't come back to where we are. He can't come back over here.
We
gotta lead him over there.
We gonna leave him there. We gonna leave him there.
Right. I'm gonna say this too. His master out here with grassinations now, grassinations, things happening that ain't really happening or maybe happen or I don't know if it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's funny how it's happening with all the people who voted for him in 2016 or registered to be part of his group or actually used to support him or maybe still support him or don't support
These
him.
are people who fled the cult and they are starting to realize Donald Trump played them like a fiddle.
He did tell him he lost by only a whisker.
Imagine that. You sent this man millions, all your money, and then he come out and tell you, "Oh, I lost. I set you all up and had you go to prison."
Whisker. So I'm saying they might be mad.
Yeah.
They might be pissed off. I mean, you got people locked up for 20 years. You got, families that they didn't lost their loved one's life. I mean, you have caused all of this chaos. And you still being a chaos agent. Now you bluntly coming across my people. And now you got some real problems, Trump.
Tell them.
Because one thing you ain't gonna come for is my people. And we ain't gonna sit back and take it lightly.
We sure ain't.
We don't chill. We stand on business.
Amen.
So I'm just gonna say this.
Tell him, Morningstar.
Everything he got is coming. His karma is right there. It's coming for him. Kamala, for those who don't know how to say it.
Kind of reminds me of Karma.
Kamala will be your president. Did y'all read my lips? President of these United States.
Amen.
And she's a sister.
Amen.
And you're going to have to deal with it. And she's a woman. And she's representing all women, all people. Not just one denomination, all people.
Amen.
So y'all have a good day. And Chris, get it together, bro.
Amen.
Get it together. I'm out of here, Zeus.
All righty then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Morningstar. No lies detected. All right. You see what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, I don't know, but I want to do it now. Because you are using the MAGA platform to cozy up to those snow bunnies and you don't give a darn about your people, Chris, I got to send you back to the lake of fire once again. I don't know how you got out, but you got out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Chris another round of booze and shame. Disgusting.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, good morning, Goats R Us. How are you doing?
Doing good. How about you, Zeus?
I'm all right. You say you have some news for us.
Yeah, the old sheriff of Portage County up here in Ohio. He made a post on Facebook, which it's made it now to, you can type it in on your Google. Sheriff of Portage County. He put out for people to go and write the addresses down of anybody supporting Harris signs out in their yards. And they asked him why. And his response was, if the lion, flip-flopping, cackling something wins, then he'll be sending all the locusts, as he calls the migrants, to their houses, and they can stay there. So I'm pretty sure Portage County will be looking for a new sheriff.
Wow. Okay, when people ask me what's going to happen in the flip-flopping laughing hyena, or if the flip-flopping laughing hyena wins, I say write down all the addresses of the people who had her signs in their yard. So when the illegal human locust, which she supports, needs places to live, we will already have the addresses of their new families who supported their arrival.
What kind of share? I mean, what kind of people does this? This is just absolutely wild. Wild. And Chris, you say the Dems run with stuff. Well, what the hell have you done with this cats and dogs stuff? What, I mean, even Shady Vance. I mean, I know it's your cousin because you're Tony Vance, but you guys seriously are running with it. And even though he has already admitted, they're creating these stories. So it's mind blowing.
Wow.
But Zeus, yesterday with that incident yesterday with Trump, I went and took my rifle, put it along a fence. Now I done it myself, peeked it through 6 inches. Mm-hmm. Now I knew where I placed it, and I walked. I started at 250 yards, and I turned around trying to find my barrel. I walked all the way to 50 yards before. Come on, this ain't adding up. These people are just making stuff up.
So you don't think you're not buying the narrative, put it that way.
No. Well, you think about it. Shady Vance put out that statement yesterday morning. It's Sunday. Everybody going to be tuned in to TV after football, watching the news and all. So that's where all the focus was going to be. Well, then all of a sudden you bring out this. That takes the attention away from Shady Vance's comments. So people's going to be more talking about this. In my opinion.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know what? I'm not buying it either. I'm not buying it either. I mean, fool me once. How does it go? Shame on me. Fool me twice. You're not going to fool me again.
Exactly.
And that's why I say, and if it's really as serious as they're describing it, they need to put Donald Trump in jail. It's the safest, cheapest thing to do. You got enough of it. You got enough evidence to justify doing it. Seriously.
Yeah. And why didn't we ever see any kind of doctor's releases, which everybody's asked? If it really would have happened the first round, he would have cried about that. He would still be crying about it, but no. And then 2 hours after yesterday, they brought out a fundraising for him. So it's wild.
Wow.
I went and, I raised goats, so I got a big pasture around. So I went and bought a few boxes of the tampons to keep the MAGA away from them so they don't come and steal them.
Good. See, that's the best thing to do, right? Use what you can to keep them at bay. That's what you got to do, seriously.
Scared of a little piece of cotton with a little string behind it. I've never seen the likes of a grown man scared of something so little.
Well, I got to keep it clean. All right, listen, Goats R Us, my brother. I got to move on. All right, I'm trying to get through as many as I can before I got to get up.
I'm heading back out to the field, so we'll holler at you.
All right, no problem, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Goats R Us. No lies detected. Woo wee. Oh my goodness, brother attacking. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Let me show you a couple things. First thing is, that was your brother that you had up there, the Chris guy.
Oh, that's what he put on his profile?
Uh-huh.
Anything to get him a Becky. Anything.
See this guy?
Who's that?
That's a guy who threatened to assassinate Joe Biden.
Oh, that's a Democrat or a Republican?
I didn't read fully into it, but
it looks like he fits the profile of all the previous ones.
Yeah, he's carrying a pew in his hand right there. I just made sure it wasn't showing on your site. He was unalived when the FBI went to his house.
Oh, I remember that story. Wasn't it like, was it Utah, Colorado?
Something like that.
Yeah.
These guys, Donald Trump wants to pardon.
Domestic terrorists. Yeah.
Domestic terrorists. This woman, Donald Trump brings it to the 9/11 ceremony.
Disrespectful.
Who's a denier. Let's see. Mike Pence says that he's not supporting Trump. He's not voting for him. Let's see. Donald Trump doesn't seem to know who he's bringing up.
Nikki Jam.
Thought she was hot, and it's a guy. Let's see what else.
I mean, this is their cult leader.
Yeah, this is the Utah man, suspect threatened Joe Biden to lose
Yep.
his life.
Yep.
Right there. And then I have, which I've posted on my bio. Let me find the picture. I've got so many pictures. You know that, Zeus.
I get it. I know you do your homework very, very well.
It seems like I can't find it. Oh, hold on here. The Springfield,
The mayor. The governor.
yeah.
The governor.
Yeah, the governor. So I have the governor's voice saying that no, Trump, there was no cats and dogs, and he's a Republican governor supporting Trump. The police have come out and said it. The mayor has come out and said it. How come none of these people who are believing this have any proof, any reports from police, reports? How come nobody has any of this information to say that this is true?
Wow.
Kind of like Donald Trump with the stolen election. He's never provided any evidence in regards to it being stolen. Lawyers losing their law licenses. Trump supporters being arrested, Republicans being charged with fake electors.
Yeah.
How come everything that Donald Trump says to you people who support him,
Chris, thank you for the subscription,
always seems to be a lie, and or the Republicans are the ones who are being arrested and or charged? So what the heck's going on?
They don't see it. They don't see the connection between Donald Trump's rhetoric and what's happening in the real world. They still struggle.
Donald Trump doesn't have a plan. And by the way, these are plans. And until they're put into action, then it's a policy. Donald Trump doesn't have a policy. He has plans. And for you people to say, well, what are her policies? She doesn't have any policies. Well, she has plans. These are things that she wants to do for the American people. Just like Trump. Right now, Trump is not even spewing anything except that babies are being unalived after birth.
He's spewing lies and hatred with his platform. The little that he has left.
Exactly.
Concepts,
So when you guys say that you've seen this, seen that, know this, know that, and we ask you, me or Zeus or any other broadcaster, we ask you, please show us what you've seen. Don't tell us to do our own research. You've already seen it. Guide us to where we can find it.
Tell them
Educate us. Zeus might be able to change his mind if something comes up to him and says, oh, wow, I don't know that. I have to use that in the other things that I'm saying.
Bingo.
As would I. But you guys can't do that.
Tell them attacking.
I want everybody to be good, everybody to be safe. And by the way, if Donald Trump was hit by a bullet, he would have released that hospital report. He would have used it to be braggadocious. He's hidden it because it just said he got a cut on the inside between his ear and his head. That's all.
Wow.
That's all. But anyway, everybody be good. Everybody be safe.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Attacking. No lies detected. Now listen, you Trump supporters. We're giving you a lot of information today, once again. Hopefully you do get out of that cult. All right. Hopefully there's one Trump supporter today that has said, you know what? I'm tired of defending this man, and I want to walk the straight and narrow. All right, that's part of what we're doing. All right. Good morning, Shay.
Hey, good morning.
How are you? I'm all right. We got a lot done this morning, I would say.
It's been an interesting show. It's been good, and Ange had some doozies. I listened a little bit this morning. She definitely had some doozies this morning. I had a person coming in using the N-word and that it was no big deal. And
so it's okay to be a basement dweller on TikTok.
Absolutely. And
no bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know where the racism is on the Democrat side. We haven't found it yet. In all these years we've been debating, right? So you got this fool, right? You got a brother that gets up here and quoting Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., but meanwhile supporting a man that hangs out with known white supremacists.
Wow.
Right? Known white supremacists.
But he's doing it, from what I heard, to try to find love, with the snow
Oh,
bunny.
yeah, he's definitely looking for a Becky. Yeah, there's no
Ooh.
doubt. But and that's fine.
Straight facts.
You can do your thing. That's fine. But getting in here and spewing your absolute nonsense while absolutely not understanding anything, not knowing what actually Antifa stands for, just spewing propaganda. And he wants to know who's on the actual plantation, which I hate using that word because it's obviously not what we should be saying, right? But
Right.
that's what they say. So I'm just quoting it right back at them, right? And
Yeah.
that's the thing. You're caught in this idea that you're better than what you've deemed your people to be, and you want to rise above it. Meanwhile, the people you voted next to you don't care who you are. They're just glad you're voting their way. That's the only
Yeah.
reason they're dealing with you. But in the end of the day, they just
Shay, somebody wants to talk to you.
Oh, really? Who?
Yeah. Do you know this knucklehead right here?
No.
Let's see. Let me make sure I get him right, because he Redneck Sage. What? You know us?
How you doing there?
Do you know us or something? You demanded to talk to us.
Nice to you that
You got bars. Your MAGA Wi-Fi's.
Your connection is terrible.
Is it
Redneck.
really? I'm sorry. Here, let me go in the other room. Sorry about that. You there? Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Redneck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. It'll be
Every
You're
time.
fine. Your connection's fine.
now. Is it better now?
Yeah. What is it you would like to say to us?
Okay,
are
thanks.
you voting for Kamala
I
Harris?
said get closer to the Wi-Fi.
Are you voting for Kamala Harris?
No, I'm not.
Oh, then what is it you had to say to
No,
Shay
sir.
and I? What is it you had to say to us?
Well, you all seem like intelligent people, and I'm just so that means there's really only two options. Either to explain your predicament is that you've either just bought the whole lure into your mouth like a big bass, or you're paid actors. And
No, we want
I
progress.
think
We
that's
want to
about it.
move forward. We don't want to move back. That's why we're voting for Kamala Harris.
well, then why is your side sowing so much division and hate?
Oh, we're not. We're not. We're educating people. We haven't told anybody we hate somebody. We haven't told anybody to go out and do anything violent. We're not spewing hate.
Yeah.
Spewing knowledge. That's it. We're just
Yeah.
letting people know who Donald Trump actually is. And he keeps showing who he is every time. So we're just educating people. That's all.
You know,
It can be
let me tell
better.
you what.
Donald Trump's not the answer to this country's problems. Trust. He just
What
causes
I mean, I didn't give a dang about Trump at first, and
You shouldn't give a dang about him at all.
I was well. Let me tell you about it. I didn't really think much either way for him in 2015, and then I was cleaning my guitar and messing with it, and I happened to be watching C-SPAN or something like that, and it was a speech he was giving. And I didn't feel like looking for the remote, and I couldn't find it, so I didn't feel like getting up because I was right involved with what I was doing, and so I kind of let the speech play on, and then the next day, I happened to see on the paper in the headlines, big and bold, where they said, the first time I'd ever seen the media outright lie. They said Trump says Mexicans are
Okay.
Yeah, he
I said
did say that.
rapists.
He literally said that, though.
I said rapist. No, that's not what he said at all.
It is what he said.
No, it is not what he said.
And he said some may be fine people.
No, that's not what he said at all.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Oh, I know. You want to throw in the in 13 or whatever. You want to try to put that in, which he never mentions. But y'all
Well,
somehow.
let me tell you what he did with him as
was
13 though. Let me tell you what he did. No, I'm talking about the specific speech when the day that I noticed that the media actually lies, okay? Because this was a bold-faced lie. I'd never seen it in print an outright lie like that.
Oh, my.
What he was talking about. Let me tell you what he was talking about
Mhm.
because I remember it very well.
I've heard that. I was watching the same speech that day.
Well, then you must have missed part of it because I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. This is what made it so plain for me. And then after this moment, that's when I really started. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe. I was flabbergasted and could not believe what I'd seen with my own eyes. And that's when I started to pay attention.
Hold
And you
on.
know what?
Hold on, redneck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Redneck.
I was
Redneck.
not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Redneck. All right. So you're saying you support Trump because what? Because whatever you just said, I don't buy it. He did say it, and you're not going to change my mind about it. Why are you supporting this man? Is the question, real quickly.
Because he was the only president that I've seen in my lifetime of 54 years to try to keep all of his campaign promises. He was an effective leader, and he brokered peace around the globe instead of war.
Okay. A lot of people don't buy that. Did Mexico pay for the wall?
Right.
I don't care about Mexico paying for
No,
it.
no, no.
That's what he said. It was campaign.
I don't care about that.
Sage.
You just said. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go, Shay. Go.
You just said he completed his campaign promises. No, he didn't. He didn't build
I said
the wall.
he
didn't
or he
have
tried to.
pay for it.
I said
he
or he tried
repeal
to.
and replace Obamacare.
I said or he tried to.
He did not
I don't
create
care about
security
him.
around the world. That's BS.
What's that now? What'd you say?
He did not create security around the world. That's BS.
He brokered peace around the world.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
No,
he did.
didn't. How's
Yes,
it
he
doing?
did.
How the Abraham
How did he do it?
Accords?
I'll tell you how he did it.
How's the Abraham Accords doing?
Well,
Is there war in the Middle East right now?
Since the Biden administration
right now?
That's because the Biden administration.
Redneck, you don't know how to listen.
Redneck, listen.
There is not one damn thing you just said was true. He didn't complete any promise at all.
He did.
He failed, and he failed it.
Redneck. Did he pass infrastructure?
Infrastructure. It wasn't in one of his campaign promises. Let me tell you what it was.
No. Redneck.
Yeah, let me tell you what he did.
Redneck, you just lied. He had infrastructure week every week. But you know who passed it? President Biden and Kamala Harris. So the statement,
the big pork bill that gave us the inflation.
Redneck. You can't have your cake and eat it. If you're going to say he made promises and he kept them, and we're pointing out all these examples of promises made that weren't kept, that means you're lying to us on
the ones
TikTok.
I cared about. Let me tell you what he did. See, you won't let me speak. You keep saying
because
redneck,
redneck.
See, like you're cutting me over now.
That's because you are possessed.
Because
and we can't
censor.
No, because you're possessed, and we need you to listen. You're not in a position to lead this conversation. The candidate you're endorsing is a proven loser.
No, he's not.
He
He's
lost.
a winner.
He lost.
He's the boss.
He lost in 2020.
He did not lose in 2020. Not at all.
Oh my God! Seriously?
No, absolutely not. It was. I saw it with my own eyes.
Well, then, so he's getting. This is his. So is this his third term then, Redneck?
It would have been.
No, so he lost then.
No, he didn't.
So this is his third term.
No, he didn't lose, but the way things happened, he was.
Yeah. You want to walk that back, Redneck? Are you a Christian, Redneck? Are you a Christian?
Sure, I am.
Trump admits he lost.
No, he did not admit he lost. He's never admitted he lost.
He said I lost by a whisker. And then
no, he said the other day. He said the other day in the debate that was sarcasm. He never has admitted he lost.
Whatever.
He never has admitted it.
He's going to be sarcastic about losing.
he's always sarcastic. That's his personality.
He's going to be sarcastic about losing.
You believed him.
On the planet. That's
Redneck, you believe him, huh?
It's not what he. I don't.
I get it. Redneck. Do you have
Redneck?
Do you have a? Do you have Redneck? Do you have a computer next to you, real quick?
Do you know who I believe?
No, I don't care.
The thousands of poll watchers that came forth the next day to report the fraud.
Redneck.
That's what I believe.
Redneck. Do you have a computer next to you? Do you have a computer next to you? Do you have a computer next to you?
Why don't you believe them? Sure I do.
Okay, can you look up Donald Trump lies over 30,000 times?
Okay, here let me explain that. Here's a Donald Trump lie. It was the greatest, most beautiful inauguration that's ever been. Most people, do you really think most people, was it, if you fact check it, was it really? No, it probably wasn't. Does anybody care? Is that a lie that matters? No.
Another lie? There's another lie about cats and dogs.
Oh, that was not a lie. That was not a lie. I've seen and heard the 911 tapes myself.
Play it.
I can't tell you where to go to find them.
Play it.
I can't tell you where to go to find them. But you know what?
Redneck, I hate to say this to you. Redneck.
That's me, bro.
What?
I hate to say it to you, but you're done.
Me, bro.
Whatever.
You're done, bro. I gotta move on.
Shut me down. That's the way they do.
Yeah, because that's what.
You're not being shut down. You're shutting down yourself.
Yeah, I gotta drop him, Shay, because number one, it's time for Zeus to get up out of here. All right.
Lord have mercy.
I know, but Shay, any last words to Redneck? All right, before we depart.
You're lost, dude. You're so lost, and it's sad. And you guys, he will not win again. We've been trying to warn you. He hasn't won since 2016. You've lost almost every single, midterms, and you've just been trounced. And you're going to be trounced again because most of Americans are sick and tired of the BS, the shenanigans, the circus, the lies, the rambling. They're done. That's why I'm glad that, President Biden stepped down. We are ready for leadership that can communicate, that can move us forward. We are
Amen.
not going back.
Tell 'em,
Mind
Shay.
your own business. People don't want government in their lives. You claim to not want that. Then get out of our lives and stop the BS. You're losing the narrative. You're losing American people. And now you've got over 400% more registered voters this election.
Yes!
People are tired of it. And he knows that he's losing. When you're screaming, I hate Taylor Swift, he's losing.
Bingo.
Get a grip. This is not right to be a leader of the free world and screaming nonsense against a fellow American that is using her right, her voice, her place to vote. She didn't tell people to go vote for Kamala and Tim. She said what she was doing and asked people to go register. So y'all being all, she telling everybody to vote for Kamala. No, she didn't.
Tell him, Shay.
All right, you guys
All right.
have an awesome day. Thank you so much, Zeus.
All right.
Oh, that was fun.
All right. Well, listen, I wish we had more time, Shay, but Zeus
you're
does
good.
have to run. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. All right, we tried to. Oh, my goodness. All right. What a show. What a show. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to depart. All right. We laughed, we cried together, but we got through it, all right? I want to give a special round of applause to everybody that's out there in the comment section who tuned into this show. You really do deserve this, especially my subscribers, my gifters, my moderators, and all of the panelists. If I didn't get to you today, it doesn't mean I love you any less. It just means I got to go, all right? I also want to give our final round of booze and shame, and you know who this goes out to. All the Zeus haters out there, not just my haters, these are also your haters. They get on TikTok day in and day out and promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. These people get out here and promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, xenophobia, evil, corruption, all kinds of criminality on behalf of their cult leader, Donald J. Trump. Trust me when I tell you this, folks. These folks are the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth. Join me in giving them our final round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
All right, we are out of here. All right, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, to you Trump supporters, get out of the cult. It is a lie. But you know what? I don't want to play that. We'll play something else, all right? It's a pretty fun song. All right, I'm out of here. Let's go. Have a great rest of your morning. Have a great rest of your morning. I will see you all tomorrow. Rick, thank you. Hey, let's go. Put Trump in jail. We're going to do it. Let's go. Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
Let's go! Thank you, Heaven. Seriously, that was amazing. You see that airplane, ladies and gentlemen? We're gonna win this November. Now. Y'all want to hear Insane Asylum?
Insane Asylum. Insane Asylum.
Hey!
Insane Asylum.
Bam! Alter Ego. We got one more to go, ladies and gentlemen, and we will hit our goal.
Because of MIT, my relationship to MIT, very smart. He goes, what would have the boat sank from its weight, and you're in the boat, and you have this tremendously powerful battery now underwater, and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there.
Yeah.
By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that?
Oh, we do.
I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand. A young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat. 10 yards. Or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking.
we throwing you to the
sharks. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted?
Sharks.
Or do I jump over by the shark and
You
not
jump
get
into the water with
Because
the
I will
sharks.
tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, nobody's ever asked me that question.
Oh, well.
I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark? Or you get electrocuted?
You jump in.
I'll take electrocuted.
Oh, wrong answer. Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
You get ended for trucks.
You get in there with them sharks, big boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do out here in these TikTok streets.